Hi, this is Mrs. V with What's Hot and What's Not in and around the world with a tinge of psychoanalytic opinion. Now, when we last left off, I had mentioned Bowen. Bowen is a notorious theorist when it comes to marriage, family, and couples counseling. And I had mentioned the emotional cutoff. What that means is that Meghan literally forced an emotional cutoff from her husband and his family. And Bowen's theory says anxiety and stress causes a lot of the things that people do in society, but he names something called differentiation of self. This is the reason that I have called Meghan antisocial, is because of the manipulation and the fact that after she manipulates, then when she's called out on it, she becomes the victim. And if you notice, she had no makeup on, she had her hair up, she really just looked like an innocent little child. But that did not fool me. The only reason that she went ahead with this interview was because by this time, Harry was like, the money doesn't matter, they're going to cut me off. And she said, okay, well, let's expose them. Now, Harry has all kinds of stressors. The royals are stressing because they're enmeshed, and that's the reason that when they did, the Queen made a statement. She said that it would be handled within Buckingham Palace. Now, as far as Harry is concerned, this is the only life he's ever known. So he's love-struck by an older woman who has him really believing that his family is against her, and that she even went as far as to have him believe that the tragedy that happened to Princess Diana would happen to her if she went back to England. This is very disturbing. What Harry needs to do is understand what differentiation of self is. That's something that comes from within. That is when an individual is able to say, okay, I can logically come to the conclusion that this is your stress. It is not mine. And so I am not going to react to your actions. And he seems to be doing it pretty well with his own family. But when it comes to Meghan, he doesn't seem to be able to differentiate. Okay? Her stress is not his stress. Her feeling like she's going to get killed if she comes back and all of that, I believe it's just a form of manipulation. But Harry cannot differentiate and say, you know, really, Meghan, this is your stress issues. This is not mine. So to draw him in, she uses his mother's terrible death at her leisure to make sure that she continues to remind him, this is what's going to happen to me. So I'm going to stop right there. And once again, I invite you to join my podcast, subscribe, become a Patreon, and we're going to dive a little bit deeper into Harry's personality disorders in our next segment. So for now, God bless you, and we'll talk again.